The youth plays a huge and important role in our society today. Now, more than ever, youth participation is needed to help shape the future. Amid the threat of a pandemic, this International Youth Day, the Worldwide Fund for Nature Philippines will be releasing a video encouraging the youth to come out and vote in the upcoming elections and about what young leaders aspire for our country today. Now, to tell us more about this, we have award-winning, multi-awarded environment photographer Gab Mejia and WWF-Philippines National Youth Ambassador Robi Domingo. Good morning to you both. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Always a pleasure, guys. Now, first of all, let's talk about this new video of WWF-Philippines. It looks pretty exciting. Gab, let's start with you. You're also a member of the WWF-Philippines National Youth Council. What would you say is the main message of the video?
Well, the video we produce urges the youth and greater society to vote for the upcoming 22 elections. So the youth vote matters. So that your vote matters, especially in a precarious time where we demand positive change and impact in the administration that we have. So this is for wildlife, marine conservation, empowerment and funding in science, research and education, and for our farmers and fisherfolk. Because, you know, it's true that you have to get up there to register and vote. And this is taking in mind that we have about 50 days left for voters registration before the end of voters registration. And voting is one of our greatest power in solving environmental and social-political issues intertwined together. And one of the taglines of the video is actually "Change the Ending," which is said by Robi and which aims to instill a sense of urgency in the public for the most pressing environmental issues that we have, while urging governments, businesses, and individuals alike to contribute in solving them. So I think we need to think critically and vote for leaders who can ensure that it's not just for a better quality of life with nature for the 6-year term, but one that continues and transcends beyond that.
All right, Robi, you're certainly in touch or in tune with the pulse of the youth of today. What would you say is the main concern of the youth in general?
Actually, one powerful tool which can be used to change the nation right now is through information accessibility. And we're talking about facts, no? Making people, especially the youth, aware of what's really happening in the world right now and giving them a sense of urgency to act right now so that we can together change the ending. And another, which is what the National Youth Council of WWF-PH suggested, and very timely, is having the youth register to vote. Well, those who can. Ultimately having that voice to put leaders who have transformative and sustainable plans and policies regarding our environment. Now, there are some policy makers who forget to see that it's not a choice between our economy and the environment. There should not be a fine line between nature and economy, because what is on the line is ultimately life, our present lives, the lives of the next generation, the life of our home, because just like as the 2021 theme suggests, planetary life is linked to human life and vice versa.
Very well said. Gab, how important is the youth vote in the elections? Would you say the youth are I don't know, more in tune with these environmental issues? And how important will their vote be in really addressing some of these environmental issues?
Yeah, definitely the youth is more, in a sense, more aware about the environmental issues because of all the information that we're fed. But, you know, the truth is majority in the brunt of the work in conservation shouldn't even be under the burden of the youth who wants to learn, who wants to educate themselves, or a nation that highly depends on the good of the individual. Our good faith should be in our government agencies, our politicians from the Congress, the Senate, the executive branch to be able to aid and support nature conservation work. But I guess nonetheless, the youth of legal age to vote composes of a significant part of the voting population. And the next election for sure will be a critical year for nature, that it has always been. Because this year, key political decisions will be taken by world leaders on climate action, sustainable development, biodiversity, and nature. So the decisions that the youth in voting and the roles that we play from communications, from awareness and campaigns, through even volunteerism, these decisions will affect the health of our planet and our own future for decades to come.
Right. I love the video, by the way. It's very diverse, very inclusive. You know, Robi, as the National Youth Ambassador for WWF Philippines, how else do you think the youth can make their voices heard?
Well, for me, just have to start somewhere. Be the perfect examples for other people to emulate as well. And like what the video suggests, those who can vote, this is your opportunity. Let your voices be heard.
Right.
This is the grand time to elect people who care about you and care about the world.
All right. I think we should all really have a care and go out there and vote. Speaking of perfect examples, you certainly both are great spokespersons for this cause. Thank you so much, Mejia and Robi Domingo, for joining us this morning right here on New Day. Thank you, guys.